Punchmans.
With
Thrusty.
Rachel Grant.
And Jimmy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Carell.
Oh, I'm raiding you in
Yeah.
5 seconds.
Live television, everybody. What's up, Zeta? Oh, Jimmy Burrito's raiding with the party 8.
I'm raiding you.
Yeah.
I hope I wore my DPS gear.
This is the future. This is the future of broadcast sports. We raid each other. Alright. So should I do the countdown?
Yeah, ready when you are.
Alright. Hello, everybody. And we will get going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, everybody. Welcome to a very special Punchmans Night Live Week 10 Recap Special Edition Hubcap Spectacular. My name is Russ Seabutter. And...
I
got you.
And I'm Jimmy Burrito. Do it over. Start over. We'll cut this.
Yeah, well, edit it. Okay.
Oh, wait.
Oh, he can't. This is going to be
Shit.
the worst show we ever did.
Behind the scenes.
Now you guys get to hear all the pauses we normally expertly remove from the show. But yeah, we got a good week for you, everybody. It's been action-packed. I'm sorry, it's been especially action-packed for me. I'm sorry we could not do it on the normal time in the normal way. But Jimmy was nice enough to stay up way past his bedtime and do this special Punchman's Night Live edition for all of y'all because we love you so much.
Yeah, it's okay. I got tons of adrenaline pumping through my veins.
I know
So,
you got that. You got that big win. Why don't you tell us about it?
I just beat Michaels. It felt good. I pitch cleared him and won 2-1.
That's like the only part I saw. I came in and you started pitch clearing him after you hit the ghoul on near the ball or something.
Oh yeah, it's funny because I was like all cocky, like, oh, let me just run this ghoul out here. I definitely have like a 5-man advantage on him. There's no way. He's not in any position to sack the ball, so I don't even have to count. I just run the ghoul out there, and it's like he can definitely do it. 2 GFIs and pow, and he knocks the ball down and stuns the ghoul. So it was, it was still not in his favor, but I definitely.
Yeah, I saw you type in something. Go ahead.
Cover my ass. So.
Yeah. Well, you said something in the chat. It looked like about this is like when the bad guy starts gloating before.
Yeah.
He's totally won the day.
I got James Bond tied up, and I'm telling him all my plans about how I'm gonna spend all my money, and he's like, he just slips out.
Yeah, he uses his laser watch to cut the ropes. Keep on going. Oh man.
How was your game this week?
I haven't had mine yet this week. As you can see on the screen here, I got fiction, so I'm really, I don't know if looking forward to it is the right word, but I'm ready. I'm mentally steeled.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for you to take my sloppy seconds.
Yeah, I mean, for those of you who don't know,
McPessimism or whatever his name is.
No, that's exactly his name. And Jimmy lightning bolted him halfway to death. Couldn't quite get him there.
Yeah.
But Agi busted him.
Totally fine. I would definitely use that wolf forever with 2 agility.
Nah, man, it's time to retire the team, didn't you hear?
It seems like it has shook him to his core and he's ready to retire. Although his other wolf rolled plus Agi, so maybe that changed it. I don't know. I don't have a good idea. I think he's definitely on the back foot of retirement, though. One foot out the door.
Superfed didn't pick me this week, but he did wish that I would put the final nail in his coffin, which means, of course, I won't. Means I'm gonna get pitch cleared and fucking embarrassed. But hey, it's nice to be well wished.
Who did they pick for my game? I wonder.
I'm sure Michaels picked himself. I don't recall. Yeah, I don't remember. We'll say they both picked Michaels, and you shocked the world. That's the better narrative.
Yeah, I do know that he needed to win to have a chance at playoffs. He beat T-Self last week and needed to win out and thought that this was going to be an easy one for him. So I'm glad to spoil it.
Yeah, it was trap game.
That's all I got going for me now is spoiling everybody's playoff chances.
He was looking off in the distance, and he didn't see Havarti Makes You Farty rolling right up in his face.
Havarti slept through that whole game. He was KO'd since like turn 4 or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he said, I saw him say something in Rel Chat that he was surprised how sleepy Havarti was.
Yeah, Melty Monterey Jack was the replacement Havarti for the game.
And I think after that big game 2 weeks ago, Havarti's needed these last 2 games. He's a little blow, little breather.
He's a little winded. All right, enough about Rel 1. Shit town USA. Let's go to the cool people's houses in Rel 4.
Yeah, we'll go to the right side of the tracks.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll start with some scoreboards. And then let's just pretend it goes, they shooting. Oh, made you look. And then, the animation plays. And then I will have already scrolled through all this stuff and clicked this and then clicked this. Hey, Grandview King. Thanks for the... Oh, yeah, anybody that didn't catch it, I'm on the podcast today, so go listen to it.
Oh, yeah. I gotta go listen.
Yeah.
Hang on. Can we pause this and I'll just go listen to it real quick?
Yeah, go listen to it. We'll pick it back up. I'm gonna go take a pee. Just kidding, everybody. Let's, so a lot of games have already been played this week, which is probably gonna put a little damper on the picks. But we're not gonna look at that. We're gonna look at this. We're
looking at week 10.
We're looking at week 10, which I got fooled again because it says 11, but that's running up there.
Always.
And we can start with the old Doom Anvils and the Creeps.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Doom Anvil's getting the big 2-1 win over the Creeps.
Yeah, and it was a 2-0 with a late 2-1 face saver for our old buddy SFG Sam, guest on the show earlier in the season. He wrote me a little bit about it. He's already kind of starting to think about what he wants to do in terms of development next season. Been a rough season for him. Is
he keeping the Creeps?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, he is. He is. We were kind of talking a little bit about what to do in the future and whatnot, and I basically said, like, I think you keep trying to roll up fresh vamps and see what you get, and throw them out there. Maybe throw a little caution to the wind, or just re-roll them. But he didn't seem interested in that, so I was happy. I was happy to hear that he's gonna. I don't know. I feel attached to the Creeps at this point. We've been covering them for a while. And we've been covering Doom Anvils now. This is their second season we've been covering them, and this was a nice solid win for him. This is actually I didn't get to see many games this week, but I did get to see this one. SFG Sam, I think around turn 3 or so, did a push through a couple bowls, and I wouldn't call it a potato as the kids like to say, but he was definitely hanging his ass out there a little bit, and he got punished hard with a little 4-man, 5-man brawl around the ball. Ball comes loose. He gets back, he loses it again, and then next thing you know, a bull has it and is tearing off down the field. And he was able to threaten and force a quicker score than maybe Voltron was looking for, but was not able to follow up on the quick 2-turn in the half. So he went into the half at 1-0. Then he's kicking off to Doom Anvils, who just continue to remove pieces. But it wasn't really... Doom Anvils removed some pieces, and they're a very removing team.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
No, it's really not. It was the Creeps did a hell of a job removing themselves. So if you look at the sustained versus the inflicted, you'll get a better sense of what this game was like. I think it's worth looking at the bloodlusts in this one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, not that bad on percentage, but 10 failed bloodlusts is no joke, and when half of them are badly hurts, early too. There's just a lot of ones in this game for him.
2 regen successes, so that's 2 vamp injuries that got mitigated. That's pretty...
Yeah, his regens were doing all right. He was getting the Vamps back, but most of the drives were long, sustained drives, so it wasn't like a shootout where KOs were kind of like a non-factor. Like they were big enough for when the creeps could get those Strength 4, Agi 4 pieces off the field, they really started taking control. And what did I say? Yeah, I said Doom Ambles. Okay, just checking myself. But no, it was well played. It was well played by Voltron, and the creeps did not have the luck they needed to be able to really contend in this one. But they did get to save face at the end, a nice little touchdown, and not a horrible SPP day.
Yeah, 5 injured thralls, 5 cast thralls that game. Unfortunately, the only perm of the bunch was the guard thrall with Wrestle Justy Belmont.
And what did he take?
The rest of them were badly hurt. He took a niggle, so that's really unfortunate.
Ooh,
Wrestle
on a guard
thrall
guy.
is already going to be a target, yeah, and it just makes it easier for him to get removed.
Yeah, well, guard thralls are hard to come by, but easy come, easy goes when it comes to thralls, too. They're not exactly orclinos. Even though mine got move busted this week, but whatever.
Oops.
I don't even care. No, it wasn't Hoops, it was, who's the other one? Oh, Poke Chops. Poke Chops took the move bust, so he's a little baby Black Orc now. All right, anything else you want to touch on here?
Nah. Let's move on to
Awesome.
the next one.
Let's do it.
It's a good one. I hear. Common Consulting's 1-0 win over Rebel Rage Quit.
Yeah. Yeah, did you get a chance to watch this one?
Nah. I heard some people talking about it though. Some dwarf stuff.
I believe so. You got the 2-screen experience going over there, so you could probably give us a better update on the injuries. I can say,
He's way worse for Darkanon.
yeah, he lost a pretty good Tomb Guardian about midway through the match.
Block, Mighty Blow, Grab, Guard, Tomb Guardian. Ate some shit. Got dead.
Yeah, and he was a pretty good sport about it. From what I saw, he was kind of taking a line of like, I can't believe I've never lost a Tomb Guardian until now. So I feel like I was due, and if there's ever a team to lose one against, Rebel Rage Quit certainly fits the bill.
Yeah.
So Darkanon's, I mean, he's having such a good season. I guess it's only fitting that he was a good sport about it.
Well, Rabbi didn't lose much here. Jimmy Soso at best took a niggle, and sounds like he's getting replaced. That was the sneaky get dirty player, Hopgob. And he's missing 2 good players for next week. Kargas, one of his better blocks, and Jackahole is going to be missed next game. But that's it. He's going to have everybody else, so his only perm was the Hobgoblin.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Robbie got a little down on the game early. He was definitely not getting the dice he wanted in terms of both knockdowns and armor. And then that allowed Kamoon to kind of bully him around and take control of the game early. And then, I think as the game wore on and he began to lose the attrition battle, like he kind of settled into just trying to hurt pieces. And I think that's when he got the Tomb Guardian.
It was late, right?
Yeah, well, I think it was like midway through the game, but later midway. Let's say the end of the second third of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But, so, not a great result for Rebel Rage Quit. Certainly puts a damper on what was a momentum-driven first half of the season. And Robbie has already vowed to just start murdering everybody again.
Good.
In his own rage. A Robbie rage, the most dangerous
It
kind of
was
rage. A wounded animal.
Pretty even, though, on removals. 9 removals apiece.
Yep.
50 blocks for Darkanon to 30 for Rabbi, but I don't know. Looking at the numbers, this game doesn't look like it was that.
Hey, Reaver made it
different.
Yeah, it's not that different. I mean, the kill inflicted is definitely a difference, but I guess that comes out across like Kaz, right? Like 4 Kaz. A few more KOs. Sustained. I guess Rage Quit took an extra sustained on a bad dodge or something, maybe a foul. There was a lot of fouling going on in this game.
True.
How many expulsions? But no expulsions. So that sneaky get for while he had it was doing work. I think he did, in fact, have a Sneaky Get foul that Sneaky Get did something. And so he was laughing about it for half a minute.
Regeneration was 2 for 3. This one for Common Consulting, so I don't know what the injuries were for the ones that didn't make it onto the list, but...
Well, the one failure was dead on that Tomb Guardian.
Right.
I know that.
But the 2 successes, I don't know who that got saved. Or who saved.
I can't recall. But
Cool.
yeah. Oh, and 1-0 with the lightning bolt. I don't know who that. I don't even remember there being a lightning bolt in this game, but I guess Robbie had it because he was coming in a little dinged up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's move on to the next one.
Let's do it.
Dead Wrestler Society 2-0 win over BioWare for life.
With the big upset.
Draynar coming
Here
in
comes
hot.
Draynar.
24 for 16 for SPP on Big John Studd. This must have been a huge SPP game for him.
Look at that.
Let me look at real quick. Big John Studd picked up 9 to end up at 24. That's wild.
So that's 2 Kaz and MVP.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Or a touchdown and a pass. You decide what you think it was.
And these guys, that's true. I could believe it being a touchdown and a pass. What can't Big John Studd do?
This, however, is not Basunda's Lizard team, so that is probably not accurate. That probably didn't happen.
True.
If it was Basunda's, I would have said yes. But
And he
now
got
he's
guard for his trouble, yeah.
Yeah, he got guard to go with his block, so that's good.
Yeah, he's turning into a nice little Crocs. Getting blocked right off the bat is about one of the best things that can happen to you. So I'm excited to see where Big John Studd goes in the future. BioWare for Life, on the other hand, Yoshimo. who
Bad
must be
MVP.
Bad MVP. And I think he likes to keep his thralls as naked as possible when it comes to skills, but I can't remember if that's what he likes or this is what he wound up with. And they keep dying.
Yeah, okay, then that's not a bad MVP then, because it's an MVP that doesn't level a thrall. So
That's true. That is true. I did not get a chance to see this one. It certainly looks like Dead Wrestler Society gave him the business.
yeah,
Doubling his blocks. Almost doubling his... Nah, not quite doubling it.
wow.
2/3ing his removals.
Look at those removals sustained.
Oh, because of bloodlusts and stuff? Yeah, let's go take a look at that.
10 removals to 2.
Yeah, 5 failed bloodlusts. That'll hurt you. But not a bad rate. He was doing a lot of actions with Avant. 46 successes to 5 failures. So 51...
90%.
Yeah, 51 total actions with only 5 failures. So you can't complain too much about that. I mean, you can complain about anything. Complain about what you want, but that seems pretty normal. Gazes were not good.
Perm any of Michael's wolves. I'm so mad.
It's not what I wanted.
Bullshit. It's not what I wanted.
This game sucks.
I wanted to kill him. Damn it.
Hypnotic Gaze, interestingly, was about 50%. And I know that can, matter a lot depending on how many guys you're marked up against. So, I don't know. He had.
What is the?
Drainer was saying he had 5
three
vamps on
points,
the
right?
field to start.
Oh, okay.
So that'll ramp up your bloodlust numbers.
Yeah.
Not rookie numbers here.
Chew through your blood bags.
And Leah Draynar with over half the game possession. I'm guessing that was a break point and a score on his own drive to get that 2-0. Feels good. Feels bad for Dire Sickfish and BioWare for Life. And I believe that might knock them out of playoffs, but we'll look at the leaderboard in a minute. And it might help Draynar quite a bit staying out of that relegation range and staying in Happy Town. That's what we call not relegation range. Not Moniker Town. Not the moniker side of the tracks.
Jersey?
Yeah. Keeps him out of Jersey. He's over here in Manhattan. He's not in
Where
Jersey.
nobody wants to be.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I don't know. Anything... Who else is on this stream with Rusty? It's Jimmy. You know Jimmy. Oh, Reaver doesn't know what you sound like, Jimmy.
Oh, this is me. Wait, what? I'm confused.
Yeah, he said, who else is on this stream with Rusty? I don't know.
Come
It's
on.
Jimmy. Same guy
Come
that's
on.
always on this broadcast show with me.
You just don't recognize me because of all the testosterone flowing through my.
It's true. Who is this manly, confident guy? Where's Jimmy? And normally it's Jimmy here. And he's all sleepy and scared and cowering.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of times it's happened that I've fallen asleep while we're recording an episode of Punchman, so hopefully that doesn't happen when Rusty can't cut it.
Yeah, you seem like you've got all the energy of a big win in you.
Yeah, let's see how long this episode takes, though. Hopefully
That's true.
it happens before it runs out.
Well, hey, I'm not the one to schedule a match over top of our huge network
I
extravaganza.
totally forgot I did that. I forgot I scheduled with him for Saturday because we were supposed to play on like Thursday or Friday or something like that, and then Voyager canceled, so I postponed or something. I forget what happened. Some games got shuffled.
It happens. I'm just busting your chops.
Anyway,
who we got next?
next up we got not FDA approved 4-2 win over Cantankerous Cretaceans. This looks like it was not a good game for poor Basun.
Elf Ball. This looks like Elf Ball.
So wasted MVP right there on the MVP on the Legend Catch.
Maybe he'll get double legend one of these days. This piece is nuts, by the way. One more night. I guess there's no reason to click in to see what he got, because he'll never get anything again. But getting move on your last one on your catcher is huge.
Yeah.
Though Masamune the Viper, not a bad one. He's working on legend, so that's a long haul, but, you know.
Yeah,
helps.
kind of a wasted MVP.
Not an immediately useful one, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But getting a Legend Saurus is pretty nice. I don't know how many of those we've had.
Yeah, and actually probably is a good thing because that guy doesn't have Mighty Blow. So it's a long haul without Mighty Blow to get to 176. So he's probably relying on MVPs to get him there. So never mind, not a waste.
He's just going to take Fend for that last level.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't get it, but it does mean that he's not going to be prioritizing blitzes with this guy.
Yeah. Oh, no, absolutely not. He's going to be relying on being marked up and knocking down
He
thralls.
is built like Havarti, except Havarti has Mighty Blow. And not break tackle.
Does not have break tackle. Yeah.
Yeah. So swap Mighty Blow for break tackle, and it's just like Havarti. Not as clutch, but, you know, still pretty good.
I want to point out that not FDA approved almost matched him in armor breaks. I guess not almost, has like 2/3, but that's a lot of, that's pretty, it's closer than you would think, Sauruses versus
9 movement gives you a lot of range to hunt skinks.
Yeah. And I bet there's a lot of tackle on this team too. We haven't looked at them. Man, maybe they're worth a spotlight. It's been a minute.
We should.
Yeah.
We didn't pick those before we started, so we're gonna have to pick them as we.
Well, how about this? We'll do not FDA approved, and we'll leave it up to you, the viewers, in a live TV thing that we could only do live.
The second spotlight, please. That's a good point. Who hasn't gotten any love in a while? We'll take a look.
Yeah. I don't know. Looking over the numbers, Cantankerous Crustaceans out blocking them a little bit, but not a lot. 32 to 40 blocks. A little bit better in the removals, but not much, and really the better removals on the elf side. Looks like there's a fail, dodge, or foul in there for Bus.
Removals were even, 6-6 sustained.
But a nice SPP day for both teams. So those CAS and touchdowns, I guess when you have a 4-2 game, there's going to be some SPP flowing around one way or the other. Any notable injuries or level ups out of this one?
Nothing. For, KT Boundary, the Croxagore leveled. I don't know what he took. And there was a rookie catcher that leveled for not FDA approved. That we'll check on later, but the injuries were all badly hurt. The only perm was on a loner lineman for the Elves.
Of course. It's always the way it goes. Not enough perms on Elves these days. It was a guard on the Crocs.
Okay, so no doubles.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
Was good level up dice on the Skinks.
He did. Well, I mean, but those are some fantastic level up dice on the Skinks. So It's hard to
Yeah.
weep too many tears for
worth
Basunder. And if
Pays
he
the
can,
Crocs tax.
yeah, and the occasional Saurus tax. He paid one of those a week or two ago. But I still think he's in pretty good shape going into the next season. I might even be playing down a div, so I might have slightly softer competition to worry about.
Yeah.
All right.
Move on to the next one. Big upset.
Zeta, what happened? What happened here?
1-0 win. Oath blow. Mr. Blodgers, or whatever his name is now. He changed it, and I lost track of it.
It's Broadway night. or
Broadway
something.
night?
No, it's not right.
Was it-
Stallions
it was,
McPanther.
It was like Stallions McPanther. So
yeah,
he's an elusive Norse coach.
Yeah, and he's a little. I guess he's a little bummed that he's not making playoffs. Though he felt like he had a good run, but he needed a bunch of things to happen, and I guess one of them didn't happen. So no, he's saying he's not allowed to play the.
He's still technically got a chance. It looks like
Yeah,
it's
so
not
he's got nothing to be
mathematically
sad about.
eliminated. Yeah, 0.7% chance to make it.
Ah, he's fine. You're doing fine, Wild Boys. You just keep freaking out on everybody like this, and you're gonna be flying through the world. And yeah, someone in who's that? Is that Draenor? Yeah, Claw didn't do a lot of good against AV7, so maybe that was a big factor today in this game.
I mean,
and Zeta's saying he got a lot of snakes and turns.
Claw
1 through
doesn't
3.
matter, but Claw's always associated with Mighty Blow and Tackle, and Pylon sometimes. So,
Well, here we go. If you want to see the tail of the tape on this one, he just said it in chat, but take a look at the dice rolls for Arsgodia on the D6. See if something jumps out at you here.
oh yeah, couldn't pick up the ball.
Better
2
stop
for
rubbing butter all over
4%.
your fingers. Stop eating popcorn at the movies.
Gotta go get some of that Ornin cream, hand cream. I forget what it's called already. Damn.
Stick them.
Stick 'em.
Yeah,
No,
you know, like
wait.
what wide receivers use on their hands.
Michael's played an ad during our game. It was some like Ornin hand cream to magnetize something. I forget.
Magnetize the
In
ball.
one ear, out the other.
There's too much information these days. You can't remember it all.
Ornin boxcar hand cream. That's what it was called.
Just pick up and tackle zones all day long.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's equal on removals, but better removals for Oathblow. 4 injuries to 2. Anything notable out of this one in terms of hurts?
Let's take a look.
Well, Jimmy's taking a look, by the way. He's a Zeta. You say Agi 4 is a lie. In my game, my clan game, I failed 9 of 12 pickups. Yes. Many of those with an Agi 4 guy. And in my game against, minus movement on his Agi 4 guy. That hurts, is what he's saying here in chat.
Yep. I was waiting for you to finish a clan story, and then I was gonna say that, but
Yeah.
Zeta could cut me off. It's fine. It probably hurts him more.
than me hurting you. I'm sorry. I don't want to hurt either of you. I want to nestle you both in my bosom.
Yeah, there was a couple Misnix games, including on Chaos Warrior for Arscotia, but the move bust on the Agi 4 guy kind of sucks. It was the Sacker Agi 4 guy though, so the wrestle 2 heads. So it's not like you're necessarily. Although, wait, didn't you used to have another Agi 4 guy?
You're gonna make him cry. Multiple Isaacs.
So it's not like you're gonna use the other Agi 4 guy that you used to have to carry the ball. Yeah, so that's okay. But he did also take with him an Ulf Werner that got frenzy busted. Got armor busted. Scooby Smacks, R.I.P. Probably sent off to the farm.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's it. Yeah, but that's a. I mean, it's a 1 level Ulf Werner, but
Yeah, it
that's
happens.
annoying.
It's tough when you're Norse too, right? Because you're so reliant on those 4 strength pieces. Once you're up here in the higher divs, you
Yeah,
really
that
need
helps.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, 4 strength frenzy guy.
But yeah, looks like another good Wild Boys win for Oathblow. Just playing giant killer all season. Been knocking all the big dogs off their pedestals.
This Yeti on
Is wild.
Blow. When did it happen? When did that happen?
Oh yeah, that was last week. After
Block,
right
Mighty
after.
Blow, and then he picked up plus strength.
Uh-huh. I think it might have been
What the
off of
fuck?
this game.
He had it for this game. So
So it was off
must
the
have
previous
been
and we missed it.
previous week. Yeah, but we missed when we were Jets. He picked up 2 Kaz this game with that guy. So the 6th strength Frenzy Claw Mighty Blow guy is with
He's a menace.
Is a menace, yeah.
It feels like there's a lot of good Yetis floating around these days, and people still argue about whether or not you should have Yetis on a Norse team, but that's crazy to me. It's crazy.
I can understand it, but I like the Yeti. But I won't give anybody any grief for not having one. I get not having one. Wild Animal is a piece of shit.
It is, but man, if you want to scare orcs, having one of those guys around is pretty handy.
For sure. Yeah, I was horrified every time my Franks had to go up against the Yeti and eat the block.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy to be past Snowballer. I don't have to see him again. Alright, who got next?
Oh, Cooley got injured. Oh, that's for next week. Never mind. Oh, Cooley 500. It's not looking so.
Isn't he the Yeti?
Mm-hmm. He took an armor bust this week.
Ah, who needs it?
Little spoiler. 6 strength, but anyway.
Oh, that's what he's sad about in the message. Since I can't really read and like do the show, I should have read it beforehand. So I apologize, Oats Blow. But yeah, that must be what he's sad about, is Cooley getting busted.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
So
worry
he's
about
like,
it.
oh, cool! I got this neat 6 strength Yeti. Oh no, he's armor bust. So he's an elf.
Yeah, he's like all the rest of the Norse. Same as everybody else. Don't worry about it. It's no different. It doesn't change the game plan one bit. People are still going to punch him whenever they can punch him. So they're just going to keep doing that. And he'll get removed a little bit more than he did before.
Let's move on to the next game. Keep this train rolling.
Chugging. Choo-choo!
Jackwell Day Laborers. Oh, wait, is that right?
Speaking of
Jackwell Day
rolling.
Laborers, 1-1 tie versus Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, and I didn't get to see this one. Moniker said that he was definitely not in SPP farming mode for this game. Over on Elf Street side, and was playing to score, playing to win. But as you can see, 18 armor breaks, turning into 4 KOs, 5 injuries, and a kill for Dracwall Day Laborers. Punching, going out swinging the way they came into this world, punching their mama in the face when they got
Used
their
to be a
umbilical
punchy
cord.
human team, and then they got all too fancy for the britches.
So going back to their roots. And this is a big win. Or not, it's not even a win. It's a tie. It just feels like
It's not a
anything.
win. It just feels like a win.
It feels like a win when Moniker's not getting roughed up so much.
Yeah, he didn't take any damage at all for like the first time probably in a long time, and leveled the. He took plus agility on his dirty player,
That's right, he did. I remember that.
which is great.
Yeah. Super fouls. Just gonna fly across the field, foul you from anywhere. So what's the
Man.
damage on Elf Street's side? He took a death.
Bob the
at
Blitzer
least.
got 4 Kaz too. The Mighty Blow piling on Blitzer with damage was dead loner. R.I.P.
Nobody.
Nobody cared about you. Niggled wrestle lineman, and a misnext game on a loner, and then everything else badly hurt. So really 0 damage.
Yeah.
And he got the MVP on Kratos, who leveled a lineman. So that's like, could be a lot worse.
Yeah. No, I mean the niggle on the lineman's not great because they're so expensive and stuff, but it's nothing that sets back kind of
Yeah, it's a
re-gearing this
1
team.
level guy.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. So, big tie for Dracwall Day Laborers. Nightmare on Elm Street doesn't care. They're retooling. They're getting ready, looking at the player market, getting those draft picks put together like Jimmy. I should start saving money, but there's no good orcs. There's never any good orcs on the market. Except that one year I got all the good ones.
And he leveled Kratos, the lineman, who was able to directly, immediately replace the wrestle guy who took the niggle.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
Wrestle. And he picked up a witch. Good for him.
Good for him. What's the team money for these guys now?
20K. So he spent that money on the witch, I'm assuming. He
Okay.
also has because he was missing a blitzer. He was missing a strongman blitzer this game.
Ah,
That's why.
that'll do it. All right. And to close out, it looks like we got a bye.
Bye. Cogs of War, 1-0 win.
Oh, Reaver, you tuned in. You've made all that effort to tune in, and then you just had to buy. We don't even know. We don't even know which of you guys got MVP juice levels. What'd you get?
Who got the MVP juice?
Yeah. Who got the who? Everyone. So how I imagine it is all the dwarves are standing around because they're so short that they're all looking up at the sky with their mouths open, and then Nuffle just pours a little bit of juice in this guy, a little bit of juice in this guy. So
Looks like the Death Roller got a touchdown.
that's not possible.
And he's like gonna level soon. He's at 43 of 51.
God, that's like getting to be like Kyle's death roller.
Yeah. Kyle's Death Roller didn't have piling on.
That's true. That's true.
You gotta get doubles on him and get jump up. That's what you gotta do.
That's right. Now jump up death roller with that already has mighty blow piling on. It'd be so great. Just jumps up and runs across the field.
Yeah.
What's the movement on those?
It's
It's like 5?
4.
4. Still basically a black orc.
Yeah. It's 4. I thought it would be faster. It doesn't need to be faster.
It does not. So I think before we jump into spotlights, we should go take a look at the leaderboard because it's all fucked up anyway. Because we missed more than half of the upcoming week.
Yeah, so it's like week 10 and a half. Leaderboards. Woo.
Woo! Oh, and look at that! That's why he tuned in.
Oh, because he's at the top.
Elreeve's sitting right at the top. Man, the Zeta is clinging to that lead. In number 2, and tied with Derkanon. Look at that, Derkanon. So you said he had a rough week this week. You were saying, so that must be part of how he kind of let Reaver slip up ahead of him. Since we don't know what happened in the future week, we don't want to know. But man, it is tight.
I
up
know
here.
what happened in future week.
Oh
when
yeah.
he lost, but that's okay.
Let me pop open Rebel.net real quick here. And I just want to take a look at the points. Since it's not, my brain is not good at math and gleaning this inherently.
And they didn't fucking put the points in for no reason. Get
Okay.
your UI guy, stretch the screen out to the right a little bit. Come on.
The UI guy should have been long publicly executed and replaced with another UI guy who understands how UIs work.
Grunyard.
Yeah, I guess a lot of this just happened because it hasn't even updated yet on Rebel.net.
Yeah, it's some bullshit. Oh, because the API is all fucked. That's why the reason the bot's not working. The RebelNet is not updating.
Speaking of people at Cyanide that need to be fired, I'm just kidding. We actually talked about that guy in the podcast. Now I feel bad because maybe through word of mouth, he's now listening. And if that's the case, I apologize. Please fix your shit.
Man, you're spoiling the podcast.
Please fix the shit, guy who's listening that knows Major Bite.
Yeah, this shit happens fairly often.
Too often.
Anyway, this isn't a cyanide gripe cast.
That's true. Oh man, Steak Mittens is raiding. Pressure's on. I've never been raided so many times in my life. I feel like
Remember
a rust
Party
face.
5?
Oh yeah.
What's her name?
It had Jessica Biel in it, right?
My childhood crush. Not her. Who's the other
Oh.
one? The hot one.
The Lacey
No.
McFacey, whatever her name was. I never watched Party of
I
Five.
gotta,
so
I gotta
can't-
look it up.
You're looking at the
I
wrong guy.
was like 7 or something when the show came out, or maybe 10. What's her name? Nev Campbell. That's who it
Oh,
is.
Nev Campbell. Yeah, she didn't go on to much. She was in Hellboy too, right? Like she was the love interest, Fire Girl. I think so.
I don't think so.
No, that was Selma Blair. No, that's a different Selma. Too many Selmas.
Sorry, I auto-completed. Sorry.
It's all good. But yeah, anyway, it is clearly a dense and packed top of the board here. Let's, do you have the percentages handy that Draenor provided?
Sure.
I might have them handy. What do we got? What are we looking at
do.
here in terms of chances? Because I think that's what the kids at home care about, is what are the chances? And so, right now, Cogs of War is sitting at a pretty 65% chance to make the playoffs. Pretty good. Not bad. Ars Gotia, right behind them, 51%. You say, how can it be 51% and 65%? It's because it doesn't add up. It doesn't have to add up. These are just percentage chances for each person. Now, here's the interesting and bad news: is Commune Consulting, despite having an incredible season so far, and this is how brutal these rel divisions that don't have like five spots to get in. Having such a beautiful season, only loses a game here or there, and he's only at a 37% chance to make the playoffs at this point. Followed very closely by Doom Anvils, who have been hot, I guess, until this week. But we're not talking about that. But they've been on a tear themselves. Had they won, I guess they would have jumped up right up into the top, right there with Cogs of War.
That's a fun game. I can't wait to talk about that.
Did they play each other? Is that what happened?
No, he played Bus, and Bus won.
Oh, all right. Well, we can't talk about it. It's state secrets. And then the last two teams with a chance to get in, you got not FDA approved, sitting at an 8% chance, but it is Elves, so you never know. That looks like a stretch, though. 5-3-2 is going to be real tough to get up into this 8-1 and 8-0-3 or 8-1-2 range. Basically, has to win out and get a lot of help. But it is possible. And Oathblow, in a similar situation, needs a lot of help. I guess they must be matched in points. Otherwise, I don't know how not FDA approved has a better chance.
Schedule, maybe.
Why are you telling people to fire me?
I tried to post the percentages, but your shit is set to auto-delete links.
Yeah.
So I can't link the picture of the percentages. Sorry, guys. I tried to make it easier.
Nah, no hacking on my Twitch. This is a safe Twitch. Safe space from Jimmy's hacking attempts.
Haha, play this cool quiz. What's your pet's middle name and your street you grew up on and your
Doctors
grandma's...
hate this one simple trick that Jimmy's APO uses. I'm just kidding. You don't have an APO. You're the regen team. But yeah, that's it. So Oathblown, not FDA approved. They are the last ones with a percentage chance to make the playoffs, which sadly means the dream is dead. Arabi, due to kind of a bad stretch here, is now at the, what's it called? The Mendoza line. Is now on the wrong side of it. That goes for Dire Sickfish, who we referred to earlier. His loss this week certainly contributed. Basunda climbing up with Draenor. The two of them getting up into not so dangerous range. SFG Sam not in great range to avoid relegation. Dragwall Day Laborers is a foregone conclusion. Luke Sama somehow still above Sunhawk and Nightmare on Elm Street, but they did add a draw to the season, so now they have 3 points on the season. So it could be worse than quitting in the very beginning. Man, he quit with 2 wins. That would still have him in the hunt today. But yeah, it's nice tight division, a lot of action. I said division.
Cut that one out.
Yeah.
You don't want to sound weak.
You know, the huge. Let's go check out the division, everybody. I'm going to go drive my Tesla. The Division, yeah, man. I don't care about the Division 2, but Division 1 takes place in New York. It's the best.
There's a Division 2?
It's coming in like 6 months. Yeah, it's going to be like a
Really?
summer game. Yeah. It's in DC.
It's not in New York, though?
It's in DC.
That is garbage.
Yeah, who cares about DC? Garbage town. Bad trains.
Man,
full of politicians.
stupid.
Yeah, whack. And then it doesn't even look like they have any new gameplay or like things to it. There's like little tweaks and changes to the combat system, but I don't know, man. Like if it's not a big major feature, why wouldn't I play in New York? Get out of
Yeah.
here.
Probably. It's like, are they gonna do snow again? Like, oh, the whole game is look at it snowing all the time.
And now it's gonna be like summer. And
It's
they're
gonna be
have, like,
cherry blossom trees falling on you instead of snow.
Yeah, and then everyone's gonna have like revolutionary sweat technology, where your clothes start getting wet.
It's so humid here.
Yeah, it's so gross. Okay, so
I lost my place. What were we talking about?
I think we're done. I think we're done with leaderboards. So we can start looking at some teams. And hey, everybody who's still watching, throw up a vote real quick on who you want the second team to be. And while you do that, we're gonna dive in.
Nobody voted when we.
Zeta, I know. So Zeta just said me. So maybe we'll look at him here in a minute. Though I don't know if you're gonna want us to look at you. It sounds like it's been rough. And here is ATL, a team I played last season, and I would not want to play even this season. Still gross.
Yeah.
Still selling fake doors. I feel like
He
it
looks a
hasn't
little
changed.
trimmer. Oh, I was gonna say he looks like he's missing guys, but maybe I'm thinking of a different team.
Well, no,
Maybe I'm
he
thinking
had the
Punchmans,
T-Self model going into this. Not as extreme, but he was definitely very light. I think maybe he added this. Let's see how many games he's got on Exorite. 34 matches. No, that is not new. I don't know that anything is different here. Maybe this was a bad pick. Maybe we should have looked at RTL. We'll do something. Yeah, let's just cut this out. We'll look at another team. Well, let's take a look. Let's take a look at ZZ, since we're at it.
Sure.
Since he's the only one that voted, and the rest of them have gotten suspiciously quiet over here.
Where is he?
He's
There
right
he
in the
is.
bottom middle.
Bottom middle.
Definitely looking trim at 1740. Been shedding a little bit of weight.
He's missing like
iPost.
250. Yeah, iPost. Apparently died and came back to life.
Well, that's a good one. His legend killer. Man, he's up to 4 claw on this team.
He's a legend?
He is a
I
legend.
think I missed that.
I mean, he's well into legend. He's at
He's
219.
like well a legend. Yeah, when the fuck did that happen? Man.
Yeah, when he gets
slipping.
10 points a game every game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he doesn't even need him that exclusively anymore. Remember,
Yeah,
there
he's
was a
got
time
some
when
other-
like it was just iPost was his super killer, and he had that Agi guy that we were just making jokes
Yeah.
about.
And he's the only two goats on the team that had any SPP.
Yeah, and that's not the case anymore. He's managed to spread some of that SPP out, and he's picked up Claw now on 2 other goats, both with Mighty Blow. Kind of terrifying. One with tackle, one with
One
strength.
of them strength. Yeah.
Yeah, Tranagor's is an interesting one. He's almost like a pillar Chaos Warrior-y type, but he's 8 armor, but he's 6 movement. So I don't know. He
Blitz is on a
trades
5
armor.
strength with Claw and Mighty Blow. So that's pretty good.
Blitz is on a 5 strength, yeah, so he can knock anyone down and maybe kill him. The Chaos Warriors are looking good. Looks like they've gained a little, put a little more, fat around the midsection. 2 of them with dodge, which is pretty schmancy.
Apparently he bought that Beastman Tentacles.
Oh, did he? Oh, going into the season. Right. He didn't earn it then. Maybe.
Paid the gold price, not the blood price.
Yeah.
Or the iron price or whatever. Fuck.
And now you're paying
Cut that.
everybody else gets hurt. Yeah, I'll cut that. Don't worry.
His warriors are like looking kind of neglected a little bit.
They do
Not
what
neglected,
I think
but-
they need to do, and he's what? I guess Gushin. More Gushin for the Pushin. He needs to stand firm like Barbatos has.
I was gonna go with Gushin like fusion, but you went the other.
Why?
Yeah, so I guess one of the reasons why they're a little bit slower is he block guard, okay, and then dodge, and that's like the momentum killer for development. It's like a level 3 dodge. You don't have mighty blow or tackle or anything. But I agree with your choice. It is,
Yep.
especially since you have these great other pieces for utility beastmans. Like your warriors are just fine being pillars, and Blodge Guard is great. Blodge Guard with Stand Firm is even better.
Well, I've always appreciated this with the way he approaches his warriors. He really does play him almost orc control style, letting the goats run around and cause all the mayhem. And so this build reflects that, I think, is the focus on guard.
Yeah.
I was going to say focus on block other than Baelith here, who's very
Control.
impatient. How come there's no payment in here, Zeta? Since I finally cracked the code of what these names were.
Man?
Payman. Guy's name's Payman. He's very prominently featured in a hit horror movie.
Hi, I'm John Payman. You
No.
should pay the man. And
Well,
my
sorta.
name is Gene
Payman.
Paychecki. Oh, he died.
He did have a payment. Was that the Agi guy? No, the Agi guy was
No,
Floros.
That guy had an F name, Floros, yeah.
Yeah, Flora.
He's like studying this demon Bible thing now.
I got all interested in it now. I could, because you know what part of it was I never knew what Ars Godia meant, and I just figured it was some name he liked.
See reference?
Yeah, just like a goat.
I thought it
or-
was
yeah, some goat thing.
like Ask Goatsia. Okay.
Yeah, and then when I watched Hereditary, and then I did a little bit of research on it because it was interesting to me, I realized that like everyone's like, oh, the list of all the demons is Ars Godia, and I've been fascinated since. So I think
You're
it's
like,
like
I know that name.
I know these guys. And look
Now
through
I
and like,
need-
there's Ipos. Oh, there's Floros. I know all these guys already. So yeah, and then look, his logo even like works with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like
Cool.
a cool drawing you'd see out of the Ars Godia.
I wonder if that was why he picked it.
Well, I mean, it's got a lot of synergy, right? It says goat right in the word. There's goats on the team. Bing,
Yeah.
bang, boom. All right. Do we want to look at one more? Or we want to roll on to picking what's left? Picking the bones of the division.
Ooh, let's take a look at a potential playoff team. How about that?
We could look at O'Reevert. I feel like we just looked at him. Who else was up at the top? So we just looked at Ars Godia. He's still in driver's seat.
There's all these dwarfs up
Kamun,
here.
we just looked at, and he's a little beat up. Doom Anvils, we just looked at. Let's look at O'Reevert. Just take a quick peek. There might not be much to talk about, because not much has changed, because we looked at him
Oh.
fairly recently.
He got this touchdown on the Death Roller, so that's something.
That is something. Hey, O'Reevert, you still, hey, Goat Master G! I summoned you with, it's like saying Candyman. Like, if I say goat 37 times in the mirror, Goat Master G shows up. What's new here? Are you still with us, O'Reevert? He's probably not even here anymore, and I'm doing all this fan service for him.
I don't know that he didn't get anything in his bye week.
Yeah, I don't see too much. He's had grab on the roller, so that's nothing new. He's got... Did he have dodge on Sam Byrne, his move runner? I feel like that is new. 91
He did
SPP.
pick up. He did have a good. So he picked up the week before that we didn't cover. He picked up 3 levels. Jace Stratton got
Okay, got tackle. I like that. I like tackle
and
and a
then-
blitzer early.
Picked up an MVP on the bye week, so now he's 15 of 16. So he went from 10 of 16 to, or less,
Less, yeah.
5 of 6 to 15 of 16 in 2 games.
In a heartbeat.
That's pretty good.
I bet like it's so fast it's a dwarf heartbeat, because I bet their hearts beat really fast because they're so little.
Yeah, like
a
hummingbirds.
fucking-
They're like hummingbirds.
I was gonna say like a chihuahua, but yeah, let's go with hummingbird. It's more elegant.
They beat so fast, it sounds like cat purr. Clayton Carmine picked up a level 2. He also got Kaz last week
Oh yeah.
and the
So he
MVP this
did.
week. And he got guard. And then Ty Caliso got a level as kind of a big one.
This is a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting guard on a dwarf is boring, but
He does need it though. He's got like not that many longbeards that have any guard.
man, this is a nasty troll slayer now.
Mm-hmm.
Little sideline surfing machine. In fact, that was probably why he took stand for him, because he was sick of getting surfed.
Counter surfed, yeah.
Oh yeah, I would counter surf the. I would red dye this all day long to get it out. This mean little fat fucker. See, I'm all messed up now. I'm all fucked up now because I was on the podcast and you can't swear on a podcast. and I fucked it up.
You're swear happy.
I did it. I think in the second sentence I said. But they said it wasn't a record. They said Callisti or someone, like the first word out of their mouth was a swear. So I didn't quite get the record, but I tried. I took my shot.
Fucking great to be here.
Yeah. Balls. How you guys doing? All right. Yeah, but they're looking great. I mean, they're in great shape. He's got 12 players. He's really in playoff shape. You could take this team in right now. I do think he's still down a blitzer. So that's something to work on.
Oh, he is, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he needs one more blitzer in the mix. He's got the cash, so I imagine that's coming.
Yeah,
unless he's saving. Is there something on the market? Are there good dwarves on the market that he's trying to get?
I don't know. If you're going into playoffs, I wouldn't be banking on getting anything in the market.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just get yourself another blitzer. I think they're super important. I actually think that they're one of the most overlooked pieces in all of Blood Bowl is the dwarf blitzer. They're very, very important.
Yeah. Ain't nothing like a oopsie Agi 3 receiving threat up the field for dwarfs to get some
and a lot of coaches
scores.
Yeah,
and the 5 movement is
huge. It's I can't think of I need my thesaurus handy to think of another word.
In a land 4 movement, 5 movement is king.
And the 7 movement runner is a deity.
Yeah.
Belongs in the Ars Dwarfia.
Ars Dwarfia.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say before. No, I already forgot it. Never mind.
You just remembered it.
I did. Well, I remembered what the reference was, but I don't remember what my comment was. Oh, you're cursing, and you're all into this Ars Goetia demon book now, and you're cursing on the podcast. What's happened to you, Rusty?
I've gone bad.
You're like bad boy Rusty now.
Yeah, smoking cigarettes, kicking over bike racks. I don't know what bad kids do. But whatever it is, I'm doing it. I'm walking around in the halls with a hall pass. Can't stop me. Teach.
What's next?
That's it for this. We got a couple games to pick.
Yeah.
So let's everybody stick your fingers up at your monitor, so that and then like kind of spread your fingers just a little bit. It's like look through your hand, hold your hand in front of your face,
and then
I
flick your tongue through.
And watch while they do this. I'm gonna mush their hand into their face. But
That's so stupid.
I'm in a bad boy mood. Excuse me. Yeah, so spread your fingers so you can only see the top half and not Cog's War Oath Blow game. And we have Castlevania Creeps and Dracula Day Laborers in what should actually be a pretty fun game.
Yeah.
Who you like in this one?
I like Moniker in this game just because Moniker has nothing to lose. He's got crazy pieces that he can throw into the wood chipper. And Castlevania Creeps is not playing necessarily to win. He is playing for development. I think that's a recipe for a Moniker win.
See, I think Sam can't quite turn it off.
Both people win coming out of that.
Yeah, I mean, well, who knows what the injuries are, right? But neither team cares. Too. I guess the Creeps care a little bit about some of their guys, and he's really happy about his Frenzy guy. He's really happy with how he's developing. So I imagine he's going to try to ball focus him. But I think he can. I don't know. I'll go the other way. I'll keep it interesting, especially with such a short pick week. I'll give the Creeps a nod and say they're They're just gonna gaze Moniker to death, and he's just gonna have googly eyes and be in love. And he's not. Blood Bowl will be the furthest thing from his mind. So yeah, split that one.
Oh, and one of these is a bye week too.
We're the worst. This is all my fault, everybody. I'm sorry that I have a job, and it's fucked with me this week. Nah, I feel bad. When I see this is just like it's my failure splashed across the canvas, and then I have to do a homework report, a book report on how bad my painting is. You follow me. You got me.
Painting. Book report on a painting?
Yeah, well, you know, it's a really complex painting. It's a lot there to unpack. And then Nightmare on Elm Street and Dead Wrestler Society, and I will go ahead and give this one to Draenor. I think he's still got fight in him, and I think Nightmare on Elm Street is going to be a little nervous about all those Sauruses running around, though he is going to try to farm some skinks. So the good news for Draenor is none of his skinks matter. They're all bad skinks. So he can just let Nightmare on Elm Street feast on his skinks while he scores with his Kroxigor if he was Basunda.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Punches some elves.
Yeah, punch some elves. Run the ball with somebody. Bing, bang, boom.
Yeah. And
you
only
can see
half
all
the team has dodge.
Every team that cares is worried about playoffs has already played, is basically what happened here.
I wonder if that's related.
Yeah. That's the see who's eager to play and who's not. This is a handy dandy chart to that. A picture is worth 1,000 words.
Cool.
See, Drainor's backing me up. All right. Well,
we'll write a book about it.
Yeah.
Write a book report about that picture. Why don't you?
Why don't you go paint a painting about it, nerd?
I had to write an essay about a dresser one time. A 15-page essay on a dresser. I wouldn't call that a book report. Yeah.
What do you write about for 15 pages about a dresser?
So that was the whole...
that was the exercise?
It's a fun story. No, it was a course called History of the Home. And I took it because I thought it would be an easy A and a non-science elective. So I was like, okay, that sounds like some bullshit. Let's take that course. It was my favorite course in college, and it was like, why does a fork have 4 tongs? Like, there's a reason. Read a book about why a fork has 4 tongs and, like, write a paper about it.
Why does a fork have 4 tongs?
I forget. It's fucking... I can't even remember.
Worthless to me.
It was...
I was finally interested.
I think it's like, you know, they were like, the 3-tong fork doesn't hold food, and you, like, drop it on your shirt, and that's fucking stupid.
It's not true.
Like, but 4 tongs, it doesn't fall off.
I had a 2-pronged fork, which is basically like a fondue, whatever, fondue poker, and it held food just fine. I don't buy any of this. I think this is fake news, and the liberal colleges are poisoning your brain, and you should just drop out and be in a punk band like me.
Well, and then the other thing was like, there's like dressers and stuff, and like, why do they look like that? Why does American architecture have like all these like references to things and culture and Roman culture and columns are important. Why are columns important? It was kind of cool.
So it's kind of like that How Things Are Made show, but a class.
But yeah, but like
you have
why
to deduce...
things were made, not how things were made.
Right. Yeah, I guess. Okay. So it's all intent and purpose.
We had to go to the Museum of Fine Arts and like pick a thing and then write 15 pages on it. And I was like, I'm gonna write it on a dresser. Sure.
At the Museum of Fine Art, there was nothing else you'd rather write 15 pages about? You really like that dresser?
I mean, I could write about it. That's what it was. It was like, I could write about this. What am I gonna write about a painting?
I know my woodwork. Yeah.
Can't write a book report about a painting?
Yeah. Well, apparently you can.
Nah, son.
Well, I think that's it. I think we are wrapped for the week.
Good.
Well, hey, thank you, everybody. You did. Look,
I didn't fall asleep.
Got so much energy.
I'm jazzed up.
All future episodes, Jimmy's gonna have to play right before, and so he's either gonna be dead asleep
Man,
from sadness, or he's gonna be bouncing off the walls.
if we recorded this yesterday after my game last night, it would have been fucking
Oh.
dark.
Yeah.
It would have been dark.
I watched your stream.
I was so down after that game. it was pretty brutal.
I mean, I was thinking about this when I was just thinking about general things to say while I was on the podcast or whatever. But I don't know that I've ever played a game where I am so happy after I win and so sad after I lose every time than Blood Bowl. And I don't know why it is, and I totally accept that this is a game of chance, and you're just going to lose no matter what you do sometimes, and you're going to win when you don't deserve to sometimes. And you should never take too much pride or too much self-loathing from it. But I do, every time.
Pitch clear Michaels, and then you gloat and strike, because why the fuck not?
Why not? That's true.
From the bottom of the shit heap. But
Well,
yeah,
he wasn't that far removed from the bottom of the shit heap. He's down here. We all float.
No, I'm from the shit heap coming up to drag him down, like the black ghost guys, the bad ghost guys in Ghost, like that drag the bad ghost down into
in a Patrick Swayze Ghost.
the underground. No, it wasn't. There was like the shadow ghost.
Oh,
that
yeah.
would, like, come up out of the grates and be like bleh, bleh.
And there's that weird guy with the sunken eyes that was like in every movie in the 80s and 90s, who was like had a fedora or something, right?
Huh?
We're talking about Ghost.
Yeah, with Patrick Swayze and yeah, I'm talking about the shadow guys that came up out of the grates. You couldn't see them. It was like high tech graphics.
Oh, I don't remember any of that because
CGI.
I'm probably thinking of an entirely different movie as well. But what can you do?
Probably thinking of that goat guy in the goat book you're reading about.
I'm gonna go look and see if they mention any Patrick Swayze subway ghosts, and we'll see. We'll see who's right, since I got all my spooky books now. I don't know where I'm going with this. Thank you, everybody. It's been a pleasure. Thank you, Jimmy. You're the best. Go check out the podcast.
Rusty. I know who you're talking about. Vincent Schiavelli.
The guy with the sunken eyes that was in like every movie. Yeah. Am I right? That guy was in Ghost.
Yeah, he's got the droopy eye, and he is the subway ghost. But that's not who I was talking about. You go look up. Let me do this for you.
I'm never watching Ghost again. So we could save ourselves all a lot of stress. I'm never gonna watch this. If you can find me a clip of the spooky Ghost.
No, I'm not asking you to watch Ghost. I'm just trying to say that these guys were there, and I can't. Like, how do you find? Like, how do you Google for that? Black Shadow Ghost in Ghost?
Yeah.
That's a good search term.
There you go. Black Shadow Ghost in Ghost. You're just gonna get a bunch of paranormal investigation sites.
Fuck this. I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
You don't want this. What am I doing this for you? Doing your homework. Go write your own book report on Shadow Ghosts and Ghosts.
Yeah, and then blow it out your ass. The book report, that is.
That can blow up.
So now, everybody, you can see why we do this recorded and not live. You're welcome.
I thought that went pretty well.
I thought it actually went
for
pretty
being
good
live. I thought we were gonna be like, oops. No, I thought at least one bathroom break.
Yeah, that's true. No bathroom breaks.
Usually we're good for 2 or 3.
That's true. Well, I got an old man bladder.
Bladders.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, everybody, have a good night, and we'll catch you later.
Yeah. See you.
Don't break your necks.